this really how much you dislike my game?
Sorry, my recording stopped.
You'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
No, dude.
Reading the situation correctly. Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Oh!
It's going to restart, isn't it?
I'm sorry, dude. Hey, listen, man. I think that's what I was supposed to do for that ending. Okay. Welcome back to the Stanley Parable. I had to split that up into 2 parts because my recording actually stopped last episode. So, from what I could tell, there are a lot more endings. I'm not even close to having all of them. And from what I saw, you can close the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
I can actually close the door?
What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility?
I heard that you could close the door. I didn't know you could actually do it.
This couldn't go any way except badly.
Okay.
What to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
Happiness doesn't come in...
Hours passed.
Doesn't come by work or...
Had years gone by?
What?
He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing
Did the
he knew
clock?
for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
It's not healthy.
Now it's even
You make your own choices.
Here it comes.
You choose who you are. I don't know why I got all motivation right there. Okay, is that it? Now, from what I saw, I do have to keep...
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
That is not what I meant to do. I was not paying attention. Now I'm up here.
He couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
How do I get... Why am... How... I don't even know how I got up here. But... I think... Oh... How do I... Can I get to the other desk? Maybe I can't? Okay, so I did see a little bit... Not see the endings, but I do know how to get some of the endings. And I think... This is how you do one? I don't know. I can't remember, but... I didn't even mean to do that. Oh no, I fell off. How did I... Oh, like that. I don't... Like, I looked down. Press forward. Okay. Let's do this. Now. Okay. Oh. I gotta crouch? Why? Okay. What do I do now? Do I click something? Whoa. Go outside this window. I can go outside the game. Hop down. Whee! Oh.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along.
You cheeky
He then
bastard.
praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative
You
tropes.
bastard.
So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley. considered so manly. But the truth must be told.
Okay. Okay, dude. Oh, wait, is there...
Very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
Okay, I get the point. I'll reset the game. That cheeky bastard. Okay, so now
someone was following Stanley.
What?
He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Don't do that, dude. It's not funny. Okay. So, I guess that thing's gone forever now. I don't even know how to get it. I don't know how to get it back, because that might have something to do with the ending. I'm not crazy. I know what I saw, but now we are going to...
He came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door.
Okay. We're gonna go this way. Okay. Everything seems normal. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I want to go
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
to the broom closet.
to his boss. No, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Oh yeah, because in one of the episodes, I went in here. So do I just stay here? I honestly don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Hello? Dude? Are you okay? Narrator? Okay. Nope. I'll close that. I'm just gonna sit here. Just gonna sit here for now. So I'm gonna stand, because if I hit Control and my record button, if I have to restart my recording, it'll break my computer or something. I don't know. I guess I just stay here forever, so. Because it says on the thing that I was reading, it said the broom closet ending. And I guess I have to do something in here. I guess I just wait in here for him to come back. So, I'll just wait here, I guess. So how are you? Do I leave? I mean, nothing's happening, so I'll leave. Oh, Lord.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, so now that we're back, now that I just wasted my life, we're going to do something called the escape pod ending, which I think I have to.
Stepping into his manager's office,
Dang it!
Stanley was once again.
Okay. Redo that. I'm going to. Okay. First thing we need to do
All of his coworkers
is.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Because
to go to the
I
meeting.
have a tendency to do this, but I think it'll do. Maybe it's because I have trust issues, but maybe it'll do something. Okay, narrator, I'm going to listen to you until something else. So, I have to. From what I could tell, I have to escape the room. I didn't watch any of these. I read this. You have to go in and go out, and then the escape ending is the escape pod ending is activated.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay, so I need to go
Stanley walked
up
upstairs to his boss's office.
and wait. I never checked this computer. Whoa! Here it is. Okay, so I have two more, so I gotta find the last two. Alright, so from what I can tell, I have to.
The moment.
Okay. So now it's activated. That's what the thing said. It said, leave the room before the door closes and the escape pod ending is activated. So. Where did it go? I guess I just follow back? I could always come back. That thing's turned off. Narrator? 411, 412, 413. Doors closed. Do I just go back? Okay, I'll head back to my office. Whoa. Was that door always there? New open door. Hello? Oh, game's loading. Yay! You are now leaving. I am now leaving the facility? Narrator? The fact that you're not here, narrator, is actually kind of scaring me. No. Okay. Okay, I guess I just keep heading up. This is... Portal vibes are flying through the roof right now. So is my anxiety, because I have no idea what's about to happen. Okay. Guess I just keep going up! I can barely see anything. Maybe that's just the way I'm positioned. But... Okay. I don't know if he's actually supposed to be talking, because he's not talking anymore. Whoa. Escape pod launch bay. Okay. I can't stand doing that, so I'm just gonna walk like this so I can see something. Whoa. Hello? Oh. Okay. Is that it? What? That was not like that before.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Papers strewn out.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I need to... Oh wait, did I already press it? Yeah. Okay, I already pressed it. Alright. Why is everything like this? What is going on? Narrator? I have a tendency to always turn these things off. I don't know why. So I guess I go through the game again. Okay. We're gonna go look at what happens if you answer the phone.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way.
Yes, thank you. I know, narrator.
Employee lounge first, just to admire it.
There's papers everywhere.
Stanley
What the
felt
hell?
lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Listen, dude. I'm gonna answer the phone. When I come back, you're gonna leave me alone, alright?
He wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
If I fall off that, will I die? I'll figure out
I realize that
later.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Yeah.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Whoa.
I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
This is exactly why I have trust issues.
Gotcha.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
you.
come on.
427.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
I should have
They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
See
Come
what,
inside.
you
Let me show
bastard?
you what's
This is
going
exactly
on.
why I have trust issues. Now I'm glad your game got destroyed.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh. Good morning, employee. Has 5 on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential
for a mannequin, she's
nature
looking
of his
good.
existence.
Mwah. Press 6.
Look at him there, pushing buttons,
Whoa.
doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press G.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk,
What changed?
Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Press 6 to watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Hey, I got a nice
he began to
mannequin
fill it
here.
with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Your wife, you love her.
But there is
No.
no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality,
You
all
bastard.
he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Jesus.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing
Bastard.
himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Deal!
You see?
No.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose. The same as
Jesus.
Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Is that really what's going on? There's the final. I don't want to leave.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think I'm just okay, I'm gonna begin the game again. The final input. I guess we'll see. Hello everybody, my name is Blaze here. Are you mad about that little cliffhanger last episode of the Stanley Parable? And we're gonna put the final input in. Ooh. Okay. Oh, welcome Stanley to heaven. What? Wait, do I have to push all these buttons? Are you serious? Okay, that is a very extreme cause of depression, I guess. Okay, I can't jump, so I can't get the tops. I'm just gonna keep pushing all these buttons, I guess. So, this game is all about... It's all like saying, oh, he has choice, but really, he doesn't have a choice. He doesn't have a choice at all. So this is the final input. No. I want to leave. Is this just like forever? It keeps stopping at some points. They all keep lighting up again. Hey! I feel cheated in heaven. Stop. Oh, I'm making them stop. So is this heaven? Where is narrator? This is weird. So I guess we just reset. So we have a few more endings, I think. Like hell, going back there.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What? Yeah, of course it's the right office. Okay. So we have a few more endings. I think. I'm just gonna keep... So, we're gonna go here. So we checked what would happen if you picked up the phone, if you unplugged the phone, if you went through the blue and red door. And now we also saw, is the broom closet still closed? Yeah. Okay. So, I think there's two more endings. Which is, one is you go up and... Oh, no, there's three more endings, I'm pretty sure. But what happens if you go down?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah.
Simply repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Okay.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, I wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Okay. Oh, Stanley.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Shit.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What?